Hi y'all, Tracey Trials of a Long-Haired Girl here. My sweet husband helped me out by getting the pasta going and cooking the gravy. Now I am adding the original recipe for this. I think they called it dump lasagna, single serve dump lasagna. It called for carrots and celery, yeah, it called for a half a bell pepper, a half a diced onion, half a diced onion, half a bell pepper, 1 zucchini, 2 stalks of celery, 1 carrot diced. Oh, love, can you grab some garlic? Or, you know, as it's so often called, jarlic. 1 tablespoon of parsley, 1 tablespoon of oregano, 14-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, low-fat cottage cheese, 1 cup of skim mozzarella, and a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, 1 egg whisked, and salt and pepper.
There's your garlic.
Thank you. I am making this work with what we've got on hand. I had bell pepper I needed to use, and I just threw the whole onion in there. And while I believe she called for less garlic than I used, garlic is one of those things I measure with my heart. Now, as I said, I am making this with what we have on hand. So we are using, I have rotini protein pasta, 90-10 ground beef. I used 3 full bell peppers and 1 onion. I have a can of Muir Glen organic fire roasted tomatoes with green chilies. And it only called for 8 ounces of tomato sauce, but because I have diced and not crushed, I'm using the whole can. Okay, I'm going to turn that off for now and let the rotini finish cooking. And then I will come back when we start assembling. And here I was talking and wasn't even recording. I did a half a cup of cottage cheese rather than ricotta because that's what I got. And it calls for 1 egg, but I'm going to do a serving of the egg whites. And then I'm just going to use some of the Italian cheese blend. The recipe calls for 1.25 cups. Yeah, I'm just winging it. Alrighty. So we're mixing this in, and then we will put everything in the containers evenly. So Okay, and this is 4-cup glass bowls. I have rectangular ones, so I'm going to use those. But this should be a good meal for us for lunch. Along with the pasta. I will come back when I'm actually assembling a bowl. She says to cook everything, but since everything's cooked, I'm just going to put these together and then put it in the microwave. Because, I mean, everything is cooked. So, I don't feel the need to put it in the oven to cook it just to cook it again. So, that's my own personal opinion. That's what we did with our last meal, and that worked just fine. And a bonus in case you're curious, that is my Mexican meatloaf that we're having for dinner tonight. But I will come back and show you when I'm ready to assemble the bowls. Okay, we're back. We're gonna start off with about a half a cup of noodles in each container. I hope this is good. I've not tried the protein pasta. So basically we've just got enough pasta to cover the bottom of the containers. And I'm just going to take a ladle . I'm just going to do 1 scoop in each one to start, and then we'll go from there. I just want to make sure that I have enough. And clearly we have plenty. Attack of the cheese. This one is even a little different than the one that I've made before in the big containers, because ordinarily I don't put, or I have not in the past, put the bell pepper in there. I do think it would be good with some roasted bell pepper. but not something that I have on hand at the moment. Okay, now I'm just going to take a little of the cheese and add a little sprinkle on each one. And being honest, like I said, I'm using what I've got, and we're really trying to concentrate on not wasting food. So and I went on a bit of a Italian cheese, pizza cheese kind of buying spree. So, but that is it. And we'll just, here, I'll do this one. We'll just close this up and pop it in the fridge. Now I'll finish off the rest of these and get them in the fridge. Thanks for joining me for this very quick tutorial. I'm sorry I didn't go as in-depth as I did when I was making the breakfast bowls, but I will leave the original recipe from Stay Fit Mom down below so that you can look at it. Anyway, have a great night, y'all.